Hi, I'm Jale, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs from the 15th to the 31st of August 2020. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. It is a general reading. If you want a more personalised reading, information is in the description box to book in with me. If this doesn't resonate, please check other aspects of your chart. It may well be that there's other elements here that resonate more in one of the other videos. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 PM British Standard Time on this channel, and Saturday night, 11 PM on Twitch. Link is in the description box below. Let's have a look. Let's see what the theme is. What's going to happen 15th to 31st for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Interesting. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay. Let's have a look. We've got the Thief card here. Okay. We've got the Thief card. Sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. So what's going on around you? Is there something that is maybe, you know, leaving you feel like left out, or there's something that has been sort of taken that you feel like you want to get back, and that maybe things aren't being reciprocated or you're not being acknowledged. We've also got victim here. Prevents you from letting others be victimized or victimizing others. Okay, so maybe you feel like things are not going right for you and that you're in an energy that you would rather come out of, and that you're not entirely sure what this energy is, but you're trying to process it. And then we've got mediator, gift for negotiation, fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. So it could be that you're in a work situation, home situation, friendship situation where there's an unfairness, either that you're receiving or that you're seeing someone receive, and you're trying to mediate. Okay, or maybe someone's lost something, someone's sneaking around, and maybe you're aware of that. Maybe you're in that position where you're aware of that. We can have a look at the cards. It says athlete, dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. So there's definitely this energy of building strength within you here, within these cards. So if maybe you've been in a pattern of behaviour where, you know, you feel like things are not going right for you and that there's not really much hope, or you know, you're trying to come out of this certain energy, and then you're meeting the same people, you're meeting the same situations, then I feel like this is designed to try and help you stop the pattern of behaviour. So I don't feel like it's spirit trying to punish you for something you've done. I think they want you to learn. There's something they're trying to help you learn here, possibly. It could be that you're in a victim energy, and so it's drawing more of that to you. Let's have a look. Maybe you're the person that's trying to mediate a situation, and then you're being caught up in it all. It could be anything. So let's see what is going on here. Let's use the Cosmic Tarot. Let's see. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. I feel like you may find something out here that you weren't aware of. There's someone observing something here, trying to figure out the truth of the situation, maybe Libra. Let's have a look. Libra, please, 15th to 31st. Yeah, I think something comes to light here. I think you've probably been at a bit of a crossroads and at a bit confused, undecided about what to do. You received some information, Ace of Swords, and now you're even more confused. You're even more confused. I don't know why, but I'm getting travel here. So it could be that you're trying to decide on if you're going to lose money, if you decide to go on holiday. This could also be a relationship where you're deciding to stay or go, or choosing between two. This could also be you in a situation with a job where you feel there's an unfairness here and that things aren't being heard. You're also very unsure of steps that you're trying to take. You're trying to find out the truth of the situation here because you're not sure what's going on. And you're trying to be very careful where you tread, because could be to do with, again, a romantic relationship, but you feel like something's been hidden, or something what came to light that you weren't aware of before. You also feel like there's a tricky situation or a person that you're trying to move around without stirring more trouble. Maybe you don't want an argument. Maybe you're worried about confronting this person because you know that it could end in a troublesome situation. I don't think you want the argument. Yeah. You want healing from this situation. I think you want understanding. This is Temperance, Sagittarius energy. I don't think you know where you stand. I don't think you know where you stand. You've got the King of Cups here, so this could be the person that you're trying to figure out where you stand in their life. King of Cups could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Will have that in their chart. They may not be articulating how they feel, and so it's causing a lot of confusion here. You could have been left out in the cold. You feel like someone's avoiding you, possibly as well. There's possibly a lack of communication. They're probably not giving you an insight into what exactly is going on. Maybe you just want to resolve the whole situation by sitting down and having a conversation, but I don't know if they do. I don't know if they do. You don't know whether to stay or go. There's an avoidance here. There's an avoidance here. Now it could be that they're playing the victim and they're not understanding where your boundaries are, and so you've got to go in and try and balance the situation. Maybe you're the one that's having to stay strong, and this person's an avoidance. Take the roles and fit them where they're sort of resonating. Yeah, there's too much going on here. 10 of Wands. This is a struggle. You're trying to maintain this energy here without causing too many disruptions. This is also Jupiter energy. There's too much of a burden. I feel like you're trying to do the work, possibly, and someone else isn't. And it's causing imbalance. There's a wounded warrior energy here with the 9 of Wands. Things could have got very recently very complicated, and you want to bring it back to the more simplistic energy, but I feel like it's a bit too late almost for that, because it's like you've found, or you've seen the truth of the situation, and you're observing of this person and thinking they're not even what is their impact in this? What is it they're offering in this? I'm trying to do all this work. Where's the other person in all this? That's how it's feeling. It feels a little bit unbalanced. This person may be used to kind of avoidance and or avoiding you. Now again, it could be you or it could be the other person to fit the roles where it's, you know, relevant. Now, you'll have to excuse me, I'm not yawning because I'm tired. I'm yawning because the energy is feeling a little bit drained here. It could be that you've worked very hard to try and maintain this relationship, but there's one party in the relationship that just isn't upstanding that kind of and reciprocating that energy. I keep hearing temptation as well. So it could be that you're trying to stick to your guns and focus on you, but you're tempted to kind of reach out maybe, while this other person is possibly in avoidance. They're in an avoidance energy. You're considering cutting this person off. You're getting to the point where you're considering cutting this person off here. because I don't think the communication is coming, or you think it's not coming, and so you're thinking, what's the point in this? So this is you, possibly. Could be the other person, but Queen of Wands energy is in her power. This is someone who is more alpha, is ready to take the role, is ready to take charge. She is looking at what she wants in the situation here, and whether or not this fits in line with what exactly she's expecting, because at the moment she's looking at other options, as in not just about people, it could be anything, whether or not this is something that is going to close out, because she's not 100% sure that this is now what she wants. And so she's looking at other things. Now again, it could be a male that's doing this. Just take the roles and swap them accordingly. We've got the Ten of Swords reversed, Prince of Pentacles reversed. So there's no offer, but there's no end to the cycle. So there's no, I think that what would fix the cycle is some kind of communication here about a practical element to all this. But because it's not coming, we're in a bit of a loop. We're in a bit of a loop here. Lots of blocked heart chakra energy, so this could have caused quite a strong emotional distress. I'm picking up a block around the heart chakra here, so maybe you've been very upset about the situation. Maybe you've been talking to friends and family and you're not too sure how to handle this, but we're in a bit of a poor situation here. There's a lot of confusion, to be honest with you. Feels very confused energy. We've got the Three of Pentacles. It could be that this person or you is focusing more on work to distract. It could be that there's a third party energy, which is what is the issue, which is why they're in avoidance. Maybe they're trying to defend what they thought they've built, and maybe they're worried about losing that. But they're not being honest. They're not being honest about it either to the third person to you. They're not being honest with themselves. They're also feeling very overwhelmed. So I feel like there's a truth or an understanding here that's coming in. A lot of mental activity, a lot of thought thinking, but there's no closure of the cycle. A lot of indecisive kind of energy. Someone in avoidance, and someone focusing back on work as opposed to this situation, so that they don't have to balance their emotions out. They're looking at balancing them more physical out, again, which would make sense when we go into Virgo season. But someone's overtly focused on their kind of finances, their physical, because the emotional side is not so much. Now, because Virgo is more of a mental, more in the mental plane, someone may be overtly overthinking this, trying to overthink but not much action. Maybe it may not be the right time either. There's a closure of some energy here that the burden, I think, is probably a little too much. The entirety of this may be a little bit too much. Someone's not listening. My ears have gone blocked. Six of Swords, someone's moving on. Now this can also indicate travel. They could be at a distance from you. Maybe you feel like that it's not going to work because, you know, it could be that they want to go to you or another party, but the person's in a different location geographically, and we're paused with that at the moment. Could be that they've started to see the truth of this connection and they were avoiding it before, but now they're sort of seeing more light in it, more kind of potential, and they want to move away from what they previously thought was for them, but it isn't. They want a balance, but they're not entirely sure how to go about that. There's a lot of indecisive energy, but travel could feature into this. Someone's looking for the truth here. Got a Princess of Swords. Someone's trying to look for the truth in a situation here. How much does this mean to me? Is this something that I should be going towards? Lots of swords energy. Overthinking. Lots of distractions. Again, apologies. I am actually not tired. It's just I'm really not tired either. It's when I'm channeling an energy that there's a resistance. So either one person's frustrated or the other person's sort of, you know, not really, they're in a loop. Sometimes I can channel that and I'm tired because it's probably, it could be draining for you, the situation. There's some information coming in about this. You may not want to hear it. This could be some work news that you're getting, and it could link to the situation. There could be some work news though coming in. Either it could be some news about this or some news about work. Something about wasting time. I feel like maybe you've put some energy into something outside of this, externally with work or something, that you feel that is going to be a waste of your time because you've learned something new. There's definitely something here that's going to be you putting a boundary in place so you're not being sort of messed over, or you're not being blocked, or you're not being taken advantage of. You could even be having some very harsh words with someone here, if I'm totally honest with you. It could start out with you having some very harsh words. Again, could be a friend, family, neighbour, partner. I think you're maybe even sort of saying something and then tiptoeing away possibly, and then focusing on your work, something that you feel comfortable in, or you're even closing out something. There's a potential for an argument here, so just be very aware. Could be that someone comes back to offer something, an apology maybe, and that you're not prepared to listen to, or maybe they're trying to see how far they can get with an apology and it's not working out, possibly. Yeah. Work. Focusing on the self, focusing on work, focusing on the self, focusing on work. Got 8 of Pentacles here, so you're definitely, or they're definitely trying to focus on something, working on something that, again, maybe it's their pentacles, their money. You've also got 9 of Wands and 3 of Swords. Someone's defending their ground with something, but there could be heartbreak involved here. Maybe an ending of some kind, because we've got the Tower on the bottom of the deck, which can be Uranus energy, possibly an end of a long-term commitment, an end of balance, an end of indecision. It could even be that that was previously in a situation that was a third party is closing out a third party, or there's an argument with one person within that, and they feel they can't go on, so they just close it down. Possibly that could be the case, and then they focus on them, or they feel like that could affect their work, or their money's going to be affected, so they focus on the work side of things. Yeah, a decision for the long-term future. So we've got Judgment, and then the bottom of the deck is the Star. So it's like they're reevaluating everything. Where do people fit? Or maybe you are. Where do people fit? Where does my job fit? Is this something that I want? Do I interact well with this person? Someone's deciding what is good influences and what isn't. They're making decisions here. And again, it looks like they're trying to, if there's been sort of underhand behaviour, they're trying to balance that out. So for example, if they've been avoidance, you know, in avoidance or something, they're trying to correct this, but they're cutting out, if there's a third party situation, they're cutting out someone. Yeah, look, we've got death here. So there's an end or a transition into something, death, a closure of something here, a closure of, maybe there's a loss of money, could be a loss of physical security, could be a loss of a relationship. It could be that there's an ending of a situation and there's a reuniting. Could be losing a bit of money. There could be someone that's putting their energy or time into something that is not worth their while. Could be an investment that they've lost money on. Could be that they feel like they're losing money from work, or there's some disruption in their money from work, and that's why they're focusing on that as opposed to you. So they could be biding their time to make a decision, but there's definitely some information coming to light that's making or changing a focus of things. They could be concentrating on what matters to them and prioritising that. You could be doing the same. Definitely an ending here, a transition into something. Two of Swords. I'm just hearing reminiscing. Nine of Swords. They're closing themselves down. Someone's literally closing themselves down here. It's like they feel like they've no choice but to do a certain thing, and so they're going along with it, but I don't know if it's the right choice for them. Yeah, I think someone's being, it's like there's more than one party involved here, and I think they're trying to do what is right, or what they think is right, rather than what they're not doing what's best for them. They're in an energy of, I'll do the fair thing, and it's like, great, but what about you? Because I don't get that this is like, this is all very responsible, rather than, there's no heart-centered energy here. It's all like, I'm going to do my responsibilities, my money, my finances, what I'm thinking. This is too much for me. If I go into this energy, it's going to hurt things, or it's going to hurt this. Someone's not willing to look at the reality of this. So this is the thing. Great, don't look at the reality of it, but then what are you going to do in 4 months when this energy comes up to be looked at, or however long? Because someone's trying to block this out as if it doesn't exist, because it's too much for them to handle. And then the wheel turns. just when you think no, the wheel turns and an offer is made. Victory, success, public recognition. The wheel turns. The wheel turns. Bottom of the deck, the High Priestess. It's time. It's time. They're no longer fighting themselves. This is them in their intuition. They're more in their energy, their receptive energy, and I think this is what makes them move forward. This is what makes them move forward into making a decision. Alright. Let's have a look at outcomes. Okay. What is the outcome for Libra? Wow. This is interesting. I think they're cutting something out in order to make an offer somewhere else. Because like I said, the Wheel of Fortune turned, you know, the Wheel of Fortune turned, and that set the tone. So there's definitely a change or a shift in their perspective. Yeah, it's like whatever they were sort of not confronting, they're going to be made to look at. The light, can you see this light that's going a bit mental here, that's shining on the card? It's because this is Spirit kind of showing that there's something they were trying to pretend they wasn't there, that I think Spirit are going to show them, and it's going to make it incredibly difficult for them to ignore, you know. So yeah, there's an ending here. Again, with the World card, it's an end of a cycle. An end of a cycle. Could be travel as well. 7 of Cups, options, fantasy, waiting period, competition. Yeah, an offer. Ten of Cups. An offer that brings emotional stability. Can you see the light is very bright? This is about enlightenment and awareness. There's an awareness that is being brought into their plane of existence. So if they've been avoidance of you know, information, they won't be able to. It's going to be very abundantly obvious what they need to be focused on. So let's have a look at outcomes for you guys. Further information on the outcome. So what is the outcome, please, for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs? 15th to 31st. What is the outcome? What is the outcome? They're going on their intuition. So if they've gone on logic before, they're going to go on their intuition. Free Spirit, or you, whoever this is in relation to. So this is them freeing themselves. This is Libra freeing themselves. Let's have a look at the Sacred Destiny cards. What is the outcome for Libra? What is the outcome for Libra? So, bit of a standstill, possibly for some of you. That's still bright, but this is the card. And then the outcome is love. Okay, so some of you, it may be the outcome is the love of self, but some of you, the outcome will be the love of another, all right? And it's possibly them choosing. So either if you're single, it could be that you decide that you're withdrawing and you're choosing you. And if you're with someone else, it could be that they're choosing you or you're choosing yourself. Take it as it resonates. Let's go with the angel answers. What is the outcome for Libra? Yeah. Communicate clearly, be assertive. Hang on a minute, let me pause this while I adjust. Communicate clearly, be assertive. It says communicate clearly, be assertive, and then we've got perfect timing. So if you've waited a while for this, then I feel like this is your time. Okay, so again, it may not be exactly on the 31st or up to the 31st, but don't forget we've got Cupid that's going direct, astrologically wise. Right, let's have a look. Okay, Spirit, what can you tell us, please, for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs from 15th to 31st? 2020, looking, tell me things about Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Dawn Watcher. Dawn Watcher. So it says caretaker, guardian, support. So you've definitely got someone energetically looking out for you here. This is about a brand new energy, I feel. Dawn Watcher. So it's like you're witnessing a brand new energy coming in, brand new start, brand new chapter. We've got Spirit of Spring, freedom, action and power. So again, brand new beginnings possibly as well. Sorry about this light, it's because they're trying to show us something here. Yeah, let me just pull another deck because I feel like we're not getting the full. Okay. What is the message, please? For Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is the message for Libra? What is the message here? Oh my goodness, that's lovely. It says wings. You never needed those wings to fly. So there's a freedom here. You're releasing something. Okay, you're letting go of something, alright? So whether or not that person's letting go of something, you're letting go of something, but there's a freedom to it. And with that awareness, there's freedom. And it brings a new energy, which I feel like is what it's trying to say here. I feel like I'm missing another message. I feel like I'm missing a message here. What is the message that I'm missing, Spirit? What have I neglected to say in this reading? Don't count yourself out is what I'm hearing. Don't count yourself out. What am I missing, Spirit? What am I missing? So we've got fragment. So are you whole, or do you have all the information at hand? Fragment is usually like there's a part of you that maybe you've left somewhere, or it's a soul memory. It's like there's been an extreme situation where you've left something behind. Maybe you've left something behind because it was a burden, but make sure you're not sort of neglecting you when you do that. Let's have a look. Again, I feel like why do I feel like I'm missing something here? This is how I feel. I feel like I'm missing some information. Could be you're feeling that maybe, and that's what you're waiting on. And so again, what is the information we're missing here, if any, for Libra's reading? What is the information we're missing? Wrap this reading up, Spirit. What is the information we're missing? Yeah, look. Diving for light. Diving for light. Wow. So let's say, for example, you're confused, that you've been maybe pushed out into the cold, and you're waiting on hearing something. They're saying to move forward freely and to focus on your own inner light rather than expecting someone else's light to complete you. Even if they decide and it's in your favour, the focus should be on you rather than someone else's expectation or someone else's choice making you feel complete. You should be feeling complete alone without the choice, if that makes sense. I'm missing something. I still feel like I'm missing something. Sorry guys, when I feel like this, I've got to keep going until I get the message. What are we missing, guys? The Libra's reading. What's being missed? What am I missing? What is the message that we've missed? What is the message? Wow. Yeah, we've got to trust the timing. Okay, so some of you, this will be karmic. So we've got karmic relationships portal. So it could be that whatever you feel again, it's a lesson. You're cleansing maybe some karma. We've also got trust the timing. Not that you can see it with this light. And then we've got the void. It says stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. So if some of you, it may be pushing forward, okay? But for some of you, Spirit wants you to just stop and just go within. You know, like the womb, when you're in that incubation period before you're rebirthed. This may not be the right time, okay? Trust the timing. If it doesn't resolve, it's either it's karmic and it's not meant to, or the timing is off, okay? Now for some of you, that's the message. For some of you, there's a shift or a change in the energy. Everyone will be different. Messenger, Sirius energy, bringing harmony and balance. So again, Libra is the sign of balance, and that sword, it could be that you're getting downloads in order to learn something, and then because you've got the downloads, your energy shifts and then their energy shifts, but when it shifts for you, it doesn't match up with them, so there's still a timing issue. Alright, so there's definitely like this, we need to give this maybe a bit more time. We need to maybe give this a bit more time. The trust is important. You must trust your instincts. This is Uriel, so if you feel like this is not for you, you move on. But if you feel like this is something where you're keeping an open mind and you're still honouring yourself, but you're just trusting upstairs, then stick to that, because the trust is important. You have to trust your path. Okay guys, this was your message, your reading from 15th to 31st for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs. Thank you so much for all your support to the channel. Your likes, your shares and your subscriptions means a lot to me. Catch me live on Twitch for tomorrow, Saturdays, each Saturday 11 PM British Standard Time, 6 PM Eastern Standard Time, and live Monday, Wednesday, Friday 8 PM British Standard Time on YouTube. Make sure that you are clicking the notification bell to be notified when we're live here, but also on Twitch. If you click notifications, it will give you a heads up when I'm live. If you want to be in for a chance of winning the Tarot NEFERATI deck, you must be subscribed and you must like and comment on at least one video that isn't a live. And when we hit 1,000 subscribers, you may well be picked to win that and a 30-minute free reading. But you must be subscribed, and you can like and comment on at least, well, as many videos as you wish that aren't lives. There's no sort of maximum amount of times. So, as I say, thank you so much for your support to the channel. I hope you have a wonderful month. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Until next time, take care.